Menteri Rangba ke Jelau Konrad Kes Sangma habujubab ya kamat ya tai lengkot lani ke short duration discussion ke balawan ra dau ba Paul Lingdo MLA ke West Chelong ha ke sengi balai ke dorbar Mangtingka jong ke yeng dorbar Thawan ke Jela Meghalaya ha ke khat pratrik Rempang Arja Apun Riu ke bedai halor ke Jingken Teu Kerdan district ya ke Nongba Chelong kentup ki Than ki Bamarjan ke taban penyaklat na ke East Khasi Hills district ulaong bayakane unexamined bha Menteri Rangba Ulaong baban penbena subdivision the district habut yaki kendon kum kejing he ke jaka kejing don kinong song snong kejing jingai na ke district headquarter kejing duna ha ke pule puthi bat ki lat ai jing sumar kejing sa dien kejing pensuk yaki pat ba kejing sno bat kham tam kamang tingka Shushu Ulaong ba kanu kejing terwakan lechwa syaka komiti bekliat au chief secretary rengkat ki dekhot na ketenat kampo yeng planning finance community and rural development personnel divisional commissioners bat kiwai pat.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I rise now to raise a short duration discussion under Rule 50 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business of the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly that the Shillong agglomerate areas be carved out of the East Khasi Hills district and constituted into a full-fledged district in the interest of administrative convenience and robust governance. Sir, let me begin by reminding this august House that Shillong has undergone several important stages of transition. As the oldest capital town of Northeast India in 1874, it served as the capital of the chief commissionership of the then colonial government. And after which, when we fought for a state of our own, it became the capital of new state of Meghalaya after having served also as the capital of undivided Assam after independence. So this city of ours, which started as a small town, will turn 200 in less than 50 years. In this journey, the town and now the city of Shillong has witnessed rapid growth of population, rapid growth of various sectors of the economy. It has become a hub of education and recreation, one of the most favored tourist destinations of the country, and it is literally bursting at the seams. And it is therefore only befitting that given the serious and severe challenges that it faces, these challenges can only be addressed through administrative and political intervention. We have seen instances which have become the rule rather than the exception, that districts have been created in Meghalaya purely on political consideration. Political exigencies have influenced creation of most districts. But when it comes to the city of Shillong, as I would like to argue here, is that the creation of this district, the Shillong, whether you call it agglomerate or Shillong metropolitan city, will be purely on grounds of merit. What are those grounds of merit? Logistics, for instance. We already have the infrastructure in place. But given the size of the area of the city, which has expanded and is now touching a population of 6 lakhs, Given the density of population, the need for robust governance, administrative convenience, crime management, all of these, if one were to take a very holistic view, one would arrive at the conclusion that yes, there are enough grounds why Shillong agglomerate areas need to be carved out of the East Khasi Hills, and we can then have a separate city district for the city, as is being done in major cities across the country. The closest example we have is that of Guwahati. But let me also cite the fact that we have major metropolitan districts like Mumbai City District and Mumbai Suburban District, Hyderabad, Bengaluru, Chennai, Kolkata, Ahmedabad, newly formed districts like Palghar District, Tirupur District of Tamil Nadu. All of these metropolitan cities have been constituted into districts within those cities themselves in order to address the various needs which I have tried to explain in my introductory remarks. Sir, if we look at the figures based on statistics, it is evident that Shillong deserves the kind of administrative arrangement that I am arguing for. Let me cite the fact that already out of the 17 assembly constituencies of East Khasi Hills, more than half of them, 9 of them, are part of Shillong agglomeration. Benthoramkra, Maulai, East Shillong, North Shillong, West Shillong, South Shillong, Mliam, Nong Thamai, Nong Krem are part of Shillong agglomeration. Apart from that, we also have Shillong Cantonment Board areas, New Shillong Township, and all of these, 9 of these constituencies constitute more than half of the East Khasi Hills district. Let us look at the density of population. The Shillong agglomeration has a population, as per the latest figures, of roughly 5,32,490, inching towards 6 lakhs. Let us look at the figures of the various other districts. East and West Khasi Hills, 1,31,451. East Jaintia Hills, 1,22,933. West Jaintia Hills, 2,72,185. South Garo Hills, 1,42,334. All together, when you combine the population of these 4 districts, 4 districts already created have a population of 6,68,909. Whereas the Shillong agglomerate areas has a population of 5,32,490. We have created 4 districts whose population is more or less that of Shillong agglomerate areas. Now you look at the density of population, because when we create districts, the whole point is to ensure that we take government and governance to the closest point and to the last mile of the map of that district. Look at the density of population. Per square kilometer, the density of population in Shillong agglomeration is 8,200 per square kilometer. Compare those figures with the other districts. South Garo Hills, 114. West Jaintia Hills, 160. Eastern West Khasi Hills, 200. Shillong agglomeration alone is 8,200 persons per square kilometer. As recently as September 2023, even in the Home Department, a meeting was taken up for the constitution and creation of a Shillong Commissionerate, which is something that our closest city, capital of Assam, Guwahati, has already done. They have a commissionerate for Guwahati city. And in the deliberations of this meeting, taken at the level of the IGP, Law and Order, as chairman, there was a presentation that argued for the separation of the Shillong, the East Khasi Hills, into two commissionerates. One, the Shillong Commissionerate, comprising of Maulai PS, Lumdingchri PS, Laimkra PS, Rinja PS, Barandating PS, Sadar PS, and Laban PS, and also the new Shillong Township Zone of Sorankam, Maurakneng, Ding Paso, and Maurangdang police stations. When you look at the crime rates, it has been repeatedly observed that the highest crime-prone district in the entire state is East Khasi Hills. And hence this idea of having a Shillong Commissionerate and a rural police district, which would comprise of Penosla Police Station, Marandating, Soora, Shela, Maungap, and Mausanram police stations. Sir, it is only befitting at this point of time when we are witnessing intense and rapid urbanization. We have just the other day visited the new assembly complex, and we know that that entire township, the entire area under New Shillong, is growing by leaps and bounds. We are going to have the state secretariat and the various directorates there. Various other institutions are already coming up. And it would be really challenging for a government 5 years down the line to even think in terms of effective management, urban management, traffic management, crime management. How will all these issues be addressed unless you have a district where, as things stand now, let me just refer, in order to save time, sir, to the example of the fact that we have within West Shillong constituency, We have a police outpost, the Jhalupara outpost, with a manpower of 8 police personnel, manning the highly populated Upper Moprem, Mauba areas, right up to to villages up to 7th mile of Upper Shillong. Is that humanly possible? No. Hence, the rising crime graph. Therefore, sir, I would like to get a categorical assurance from the government that all these facts and figures, so I believe in the power of facts and figures and logic rather than shouting my lungs out. These are simple facts that would convince all of us that these are cogent arguments in favor of constituting Shillong agglomerate into a metropolitan district. That time has arrived now, sir, and I believe that this suggestion will find resonance amongst all members of this august house, and we would take this matter forward by ensuring that we take immediate steps for separating the Shillong agglomerate areas from the rest of the East Khasi Hills. And again, I would reiterate, sir, that let's not do it purely because of political compulsions. These are facts and figures that bear out that the need is purely based on merit, and that should get the correct and timely attention it deserves. Thank you, sir.
Yes, Charles, Pringle, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I also rise to participate in the short duration discussion on this matter, which I am a signatory to this subject to. What has been said by the Honourable Member, Mr. Paul Lingdor, I think covers everything. So I need to add too much to this. But this question, I mean, this demand or request was made by me in the erstwhile budget session of the 10th House. We are the 11th House, I think, the 10th House. I had raised this when the Honourable Chief Minister had created 2 districts of South East-West Khasi Hills and South-West Khasi. What was what? South-West Khasi Hills. So I said, why don't you give us also one? I said, and I even mentioned that let the new district headquarters be in Sora. That was just my feeling. I mean, the government will decide where it can be. But like the Honourable Member has said, I don't want to repeat, it is a necessity, sir. I have seen that with the amount of central government projects that are coming into the state, the videos are being overburdened and they have no time to implement the schemes effectively, thus denying the people their rights which they were given. Hence, the creation of this district of the Shillong agglomeration, or whatever you may call it, it's of paramount importance. I know the Honourable Chief Minister is very keen that governance should be brought closest to the people. And in this case, I would request him if he will kindly give us a district of our own as per the details which has been submitted by the Honourable Member from Shillong West, and after the government does its due diligence. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Baroni Willingdos, please.
So I also rise to participate in this short duration discussion brought about by the Honourable Member from Shillong West, Bapol Lingdo. I also rise to support, of course, Bapol has given all the statistics, I think we need not repeat. But then I think I remember when I was still an LO, there was even a proposal from the then DGP to create a separate commissionerate for Shillong because policing, even the urban and rural areas are quite different. And now with all the crime rates affecting Shillong city, I think it's high time, sir, that we have a separate district administration, separate commissionerate, police commissionerate, and then of course other line departments, so that because as stated by the Honourable Member, the population is more than 5 lakhs, and I believe in a matter of few years, the population will cross 6-7 lakhs. So I think it will be humanly impossible for anyone to administer to such a huge population area of this size. So, sir, I also rise to request because, as stated, for example, in my constituency, sir, when there is any issue with the law and order, and other related issues, I have to contact 3 police stations, sir. Jalupara Police Station, Maungap Police Station, Madarating Police Station, sir. So it becomes, cumbersome for us, to get a small issue addressed, just because I have to find out whether this case is for under that particular police station or under that particular police station. So, sir, I think it's, a genuine request from, and I think because the Chief Minister, is a man who puts everything in action, just not words. So I request the government, through you, sir, that if this can be addressed, is going to, help the, Shillong city, as stated by the Honourable Member from Nong Thamai also. So this is also my request, that the government looks into this issue seriously, and at the earliest, if this can be addressed, is going in a long way to help, bring administration as close as possible to the people and ensure that we have good governance and development. With this few words, sir, I also like to resume my seat. Thank you.
Minister in charge to reply, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, the very outset, I would like to express my appreciation to Bapol Lingdo, Honourable MLA of 18 West Shillong constituency, Honourable MLA from Nong Thamai constituency, and Honourable MLA from Milim constituency, for bringing forward this matter of urgent public importance for discussion in this August House, which is the proposal to carve out the Shillong agglomerate from the East Khasi Hills district and constitute it into a full-fledged district, and which is a significant issue that warrants careful deliberation, sir. So this matter touches upon the core principles of administrative convenience, efficient governance, and responsive public service delivery. As our state capital continues to expand in size, complexity, and population, it becomes increasingly important to examine whether our existing administrative structures are adequately aligned with present and future governance needs. It is therefore both timely and appropriate for this House to deliberate on the proposal in the larger interest of robust governance and effective administration. Sir, I would like to first of all highlight as to what an urban agglomeration is, as defined by Census of India 2011. An urban agglomeration is a continuous urban spread constituting a town and its adjoining outgrowths, or 2 or more physically contiguous towns, together with or without outgrowths of such towns. The census further clarifies that an urban agglomeration must comprise at least one statutory town, and the total population of all the constituents should not be less than 20,000 as per the previous census. Thus, an urban agglomeration is essentially a cluster of urban settlements that are physically and functionally integrated. The components of an urban agglomeration constitutes core town, statutory town, which is a municipality, corporation, cantonment board or notified town area with its own urban governance structure. It serves as the nucleus around which urban expansion occurs. 2. Outgrowths, in which areas adjoining the main city or a town that exhibit urban characteristics such as developed residential colonies, industrial estates, railway colonies, education or institutional campuses. These are located outside the statutory limits but are contiguous and dependent on the core city. Contiguous towns, in which smaller towns that have grown physically close to the main city and emerged into a single urban spread due to expansion. So the expansion of the urban agglomerations are spatial continuity, consists of physically and connected urban areas without rural gaps, functional integration, population density, economic centrality, and infrastructural linkages. So in order to guide the planned development of Shillong as a state capital and regional center, the Shillong Master Plan was prepared for the years 71-91, 91-11, 211-241. The Shillong Master Plan for 2011-2041 was prepared under the GIS-based planning framework to guide the long-term and sustainable development of Shillong planning area. So the Shillong planning area covers an extent of approximately 290.51 square kilometers, encompassing the Shillong urban agglomeration and a substantial rural hinterland. The planning area spans parts of East Khasi Hills district and Riboy district, enabling integrated urban-rural planning and coordinated service delivery. The Shillong Master Plan area limits are namely North Shillong Eastern Bypass in the north and northeast, Umroi Mission and Umroi Cantonment in northwest. In the south, National Highway 40, Lightcore Peak Road. In the east, the Umken River. In the west, the Umyam River and the Umyam Lake. The Shillong planning areas consist of the following urban components, together forming the Shillong urban agglomeration, under which are Shillong Municipal Board, Shillong Cantonment Board, 10 census towns, namely Maulai, Benthor Mukra, Nomunsong, Maupat, Umpling, Nongtumai, Madan Riting, Nongse, Umlinka, and Lausutun. These urban components represent the primary centers of population concentration and economic activity within the planning area. Village components, in addition to the urban areas, the planning areas include 54 villages, of which 42 villages fall within East Khasi Hills and 12 villages under Riboy. These villages are governed through traditional institutions and form the peri-urban and rural components of the master plan, playing a crucial and a critical role in accommodating future urban expansion and decentralization. As per Census 2011, the total population of Shillong planning area is 4,22,372, out of which 3,54,759 is the population of the Shillong urban agglomeration. The population is distributed across the urban and rural components, which is number 1, the Shillong Municipal Board, 1,43,229, Shillong Cantonment Board, 11,930, the census towns, 1,99,600, forming a significant share of the remaining urban population. The master plan notes that population growth has been progressively shifting from the Shillong municipal area to surrounding census towns and villages, underscoring the need for planned urban expansion up to the horizon near to 2041. According to projected data, the population is expected to grow steadily over 3 decades, starting from 3,54,759 in 2000 level. It was estimated to reach 3,83,233 in 2021, with further anticipated increase to reach 4,13,993 by 2031, and finally reach 4,47,221 by 2041. Sir, unlike other cities in the country, Shillong has a unique administrative structure, and the municipal board is only one of the units, the others being the KHADC, the CM-ship, and the Dorbar Shillong. In addition, there are government departments and agencies like PWD, PHE, Urban, MUDA, Meghalaya Urban Development Agencies, which implement various schemes and programs at the state government. There is a need to coordinate the activities of various institutions and agencies so that there is a planned and effective development of all the areas and villages. Thus, sir, an urban agglomeration symbolizes the spatial and functional integration of urban areas where a core city merges with its adjoining settlements to form a continuous urban region. In India, such agglomerations are the driving force behind economic growth, innovation, and demographic change. Mr. Speaker, sir, in view of the unprecedented urban expansion, extraordinary pressure is placed on civic administration, law enforcement, infrastructure, and public services. I would like to inform that for declaring an area as a district or subdivision, the following criteria are taken into consideration. 1. Extent of area. 2. Population. 3. Distance from existing district subdivision headquarters. 4. Lack of education and healthcare services. 5. General economic backwardness. 6. Public convenience. 7. Communication. And 8. Availability of funds. Further, proposal for creation of new districts, subdivisions has to be placed before a committee headed by Chief Secretary and comprised of the following members: Additional Chief Secretary, Home, Police, the Principal Secretary, CNRD, Commissioner of Divisions of Khasi, Jaintia and Khasi Hills, Jaintia Hills and Rabaui districts, Commissioner and Secretary of Personnel and AR, Commissioner of Divisions for Garo Hills, Commissioner and Secretary Planning, Commissioner Secretary Finance, and Secretary Home Police Department. Mr. Speaker, sir, therefore, regarding the proposal to carve out the Shillong agglomerate from the East Khasi Hills district and constitute it to a full-fledged district, the government will have to scrutinize and examine the matter in detail in order to arrive at an informed decision for better governance and citizen-centric administration. Sir, I also would like to reply specifically to the concerns that the honorable members have expressed and to the points that they have mentioned in their speech. And, sir, overall, the reorganization of districts and the overall restructuring of administration has been a continuous exercise that we have followed. And I would put it on record in this House that the concept and the idea that has been floated through this short discussion, as correctly mentioned by our honorable member from Nong Thumai, has been discussed multiple times in this House as well as in the government also. We have discussed this and looking at how we could do it. And that's why in the police department, the police commissionerate proposal also was actively pursued. And Honorable Deputy Chief Minister in charge, Home, has been examining this aspect. And we are very actively pursuing it, is what I can say. It has got multiple impacts. It's not a simple decision for us. It has got decision because it affects the overall functioning of police, as well as the overall functioning of the East Khasi Hills district as a whole. So there are multiple factors we have to look at. And we will definitely examine this aspect in a very, very positive way and see how we can move forward. East Khasi Hills is the largest district in the state, and West Garo Hills is the second largest in terms of geographical area and population. And hence, there are obviously needs sometimes to see on how we can improve the overall administration. And Shillong being the capital, it is an area which we have been actively discussing and engaging. But as I said, sir, at this point in time, it would require further scrutiny and further examination, and we are actively pursuing that. And let me assure the House and the members that we will definitely examine this matter in the most positive manner and see how we can ensure that keeping the financial impact also keeping in mind the overall impact in terms of administration and service delivery to the people can be maximized. All of these points will be discussed. And sir, I must thank the honourable member who has moved, and he has presented facts and figures as mentioned. Of course, he mentioned that he doesn't believe in shouting out and thing. But sir, he has his share of shouting before. So when he was in KSU, so I think that is the time when that thing was he had done that part, and in the NGO. So he has been through that. But I must appreciate, sir, the way he has presented the case today. It really has put the facts in front, as he correctly said. He has argued it very well. And I must also thank both the members who have done the same. It was something that put a real good perspective on why this particular step is required. And as mentioned, sir, we have been discussing this multiple times. But to conclude, sir, the decision is very, very complicated, and we have to take many factors into mind. But looking at the overall expansion of Shillong City, and especially keeping in mind the new knowledge city and the new administrative city coming up, all of these considerations need to be looked into, sir. So I will leave it with that, sir, because as I said, this decision is not very simple, but definitely I can assure the House and the members that we will actively examine this matter. We will discuss with the MLAs, we will call them for discussion and see how we could move this forward, sir. So with these explanations, and once again thanking the honorable members for their contribution and their suggestions, sir, I resume my seat. Thank you, sir.
You want to seek any clarification? No. Then we move on to item number 3, laying of...
Sir,
Sorry.
can I, in order to take the discussions forward, can we at least get the assurance from the leader of the House that steps will be taken in a time-bound manner to ensure that we arrive at a decision, because we are also inching towards the general elections very soon. So it has to be done in a phased and formal manner, so in a time-bound manner.
Yes, sir. So we will definitely pursue it in a time-bound manner.
Habatin, pej bahagi kishap, kashap plus F.
Ka plus F?
Hakabam bangibam, dunaki eki batay kamet. Namar kata, habathiru atau kau kamlu ka umpnyang kadut, pej ya kashap plus F hakajingsom. Yaki nutrient kumki vitamin bat ka ayan la icon diat bat akabatau bha. Kam kata ikadur jengki marbam kajing mat lani ka rukom shed yaki. Balehi banai kita. Kadon ka we kajing mentoy bakongsan. Kakot kakia. Ka nutrition bakambha, ka jingim bakambha, pendon kam daki marba medon ka sharp plus F menta kasni.
Lawan Ra Shafi Lingba ko office jong Commissionerate of Food Safety, Meghalaya.